Each year, the 16 member states of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, gather to look into pressing regional issues and map way forward on some of the challenges affecting member states. Among others, the rotational chairmanship of the bloc is updated, and traditionally the summit is hosted by the president assuming the position. In this case, the 44th Sadic Summit is being hosted by Zimbabwe at Parliament Building in its capital, Harare, on 17th August 2024. But how important is for President Chakwera to attend the summit? Minister of Foreign Affairs Nancy Tembo highlights the significance of the summit to Malawi.
These meetings are an opportunity for countries and leaders to share ideas on how best we can develop the Sadic region. There's sectors that are really getting priority in the Southern Africa. In energy, we're working together in energy, we're working together in road infrastructure, rail infrastructure, trade, agriculture, mining. All these are priority areas for the development of Southern Africa. And so it's an opportunity for leaders and countries to share opportunities that are available, but also to share ideas on the challenges besetting the countries in Southern Africa. It is important that our president and Malawi is at the table. Malawi is part of SADC. It is one of the founders of SADC, and we have benefited greatly from SADC, from sharing ideas.
President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera arrives in Harare for the summit on 15th August through the Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport, where he is welcomed by top government officials. The following day, the Malawi leader got to work with several engagements. His first engagement was a meeting with the host, President Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, at the State House.
Been to pay a courtesy call to my brother, and we talked how best we can serve our people and how best we can respond, even as I gave him congratulations ahead of time, because he's now going to chair SADC. We will continue to rally behind our leadership as a region so that the regional integration agenda becomes a reality. And you can do that with the innovation emphasis and the industrialization emphasis, and for us to be able to trade amongst ourselves the best of all.
Zimbabwe is home to over 6 million Malawians. Dr. Chakwera took the opportunity to meet with representatives of this community. During the meeting, Deputy Malawi Ambassador to Zimbabwe, Major General Elias Mpaso, expressed gratitude for the President's visit despite his busy schedule.
In Zimbabwe, here at the embassy, we are really prepared. We have met our diaspora, and our diaspora are also eager to meet His Excellency the President if it pleases him to meet us. You know, here in Zimbabwe, we have over 6 million Malawians. So if we say excitement, I think it will be an understatement. The people are really excited to meet the President. That is if you have time for us, but everybody is waiting to meet the President. Challenges are there as a people. They are always having challenges, but some of them are natural ones, that most of them are retired people, They are living on the pensions, and the pensions is never enough. So those are the main challenges. But for the fourth, third generation, those ones are doing well. And most of them are in employment jobs here in Zimbabwe, including probably in the cabinet. The Malawi-Zimbabwe relationship is very, very strong. And this has been manifested by many things. You recall we had the problem, disaster of Cyclone Freddy. Zimbabwe was the biggest responder. They gave us a lot of relief items, and up now I'm still keeping some relief items that I'm supposed to take to Malawi. And we don't take that for granted.
Taking his turn, Dr. Chakwera reaffirmed his commitment to improving Malawi, highlighting ongoing development projects aimed at transforming the country. He and the First Lady encouraged the diaspora to contribute to the growth of both economies.
In the agenda, tili kutsatira kuti chitukuko kwathu chipitirire panopa tidangosankha zinthu zitatu kuti tiyikepo mtima kwambiri zachuma ziyende mwamsanga, ndipo tidasanthula ulimi komanso kuchereza alendo ngakhalenso nkhani ya migodi. Nkhani ya migodi ku Zimbabwe si yachilendo, zina zoti tiphunzirenso kwa zathu kuno zimakhala bwanji, ngakhalenso nkhani yakuti kodi tingatani chifukwa ku Malawi tonkokongola mtundu wonse. Koma anthu akhoza kudziwa za Victoria Falls malomota akaonenso nyanja ya Malawi. Ndikanso tilumikizane kuti zinthu zathu ziyende bwino motani. Cholinga chathu chakuti ngakhale strategy imene timati ATM koma sizingatheke popanda mphamvu ya magetsi, sizingatheke popanda system ya transport yakuti utenga zinthu mochipira mtengo. Chifukwa tulumikizana tonse kuti tionetsetse kuti kodi tiyende mwa mtundu wanji.
Straight from this meeting, Dr. Chakwera holds discussions with Clever Gatete, Executive Secretary of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Gatete praised Dr. Chakwera's passionate leadership and said he is optimistic his leadership will transform Malawi.
Yeah, this is a meeting between the ECA. We are so honored to meet the president and his team. And what we want is the cooperation between the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa and Malawi. It's a great country that has great potential, that is very rich in agriculture, that's very rich in minerals and other areas. And we wanted to see how we can have strengthened basically, because we've been supporting Malawi in many areas, including the establishment of the special economic zones, and now wanted to support in terms of also macroeconomic management and also other areas that are very key for the development of their own economy. It's a country that's the leadership is very much committed. The leadership has a focus. It needs support, and here we are ready to support them in all areas, including technology and also the other areas coming up, so that they can be able to benefit from the continental free trade area, but also they can develop faster than they are doing now with using the modern technologies.
On 17th August, all eyes turned to Zimbabwe's new parliament building for the Sadic Leaders Summit. The summit focuses on utilizing natural resources to boost the region's economy.
We are meeting at a time when our continent is facing major challenges, especially financing, security, soaring debt crisis, and climate change. Sovereign debt in Africa currently stands at over $1 trillion, causing severe fiscal stress, with more than 1 in 3 countries in or at high risk of debt distress. This is also happening when long-term concession of finance, official development assistance, and foreign direct investments are declining. In addition, climate change is eroding 5% of GDP on average on an annual basis. Actually, last year for Mozambique, it cost them 15% of their GDP. These impacts are quite evident in the Sadic region. There are no clear solutions. We have no choice but to look inward for homegrown solutions, including domestic resource mobilization and innovative financing for climate to sustain our development. And Sadic can be a leader on this imperative. The region is home to most of the world's gold, copper, cobalt, lithium, chromium, graphite, platinum, and possesses significant livestock and agriculture endowments. 4 key areas offer SADC innovative and scalable solutions. One of them is the development of the regional value chains, and this is possible in the whole of SADC region. Regional agglomeration remains a ticket to sustainable industrialization because fragmented approaches will not generate the jobs we need, nor will it reduce poverty and inequality. We must approach energy solutions from a regional perspective to have significant impact. For example, SADC is using only 1% of the solar and wind energy potential. This means that SADC can be a continental energy provider with the development of this value chain alone. The second area of opportunity is food security. There is no reason why Africa should import food to the tune of over $120 billion per year when SADC can be Africa's breadbasket.
Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa assumed the SADC chairmanship during the summit.
On behalf of the people and government of Zimbabwe, I take over the mantle of chairmanship as chairperson of SADC with humility and grace.
Among some resolutions, the SADC leaders agreed to support each other in all spheres of development and urged Western nations to avoid using aid as a political tool against African countries.
It is a clarion call for our respective countries to leverage the region's human capital to spur technology and innovation that will leapfrog the modernization and industrialization of SADC towards a higher quality of life of our citizens. The time is now. We must realize maximum value from our God-given rich natural endowments. The importance of developing innovative strategies across all sectors of our economies to accelerate the realization of our collective development agenda cannot be overemphasized.
The SADC Awards were also presented, where Malawi's Daniel Kawinga was recognized for winning SADC Tertiary Institution Essay Competition among the winners.
The third position, we have Mr. Mtswaki Susan. The second position, again, Lesotho. Lafela. And the first position goes to Republic of Malawi, Mr. Daniel Kawonga.
After the summit, President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera was among heads of state and government hosted to a dinner by SADC chairperson President Mnangagwa. The summit was conducted under the theme Promoting Innovation to Unlock Opportunities for Sustained Economic Growth and Development towards an Industrialized SADC. But how important is the summit to Malawi? President Chakwera highlights some of the significance of the visit to Malawi in a roundup summary.
I think it's just been worth it, more than we had anticipated, I guess, but it's been a wonderful moment. Zimbabwe's leadership at this time, will be supported by everyone, and the decisions that's being made have really lifted our spirits to the end that we believe Sadic is going to prosper because we have put emphasis on the right. I mean, I have had meetings, and meeting with Clever Gatedi has been a great moment because he's coming to Malawi, and we will be engaging in order for us to make sure that our economic trajectory is really taking off. I also touch base with various presidents because of the situation we are in. For example, the president of Tanzania, and we'll be making arrangements for us to purchase maize at subsidized price because she understands how, as brothers and sisters, we need each other.
President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera and the First Lady, Madam Monica Chakwera, returned to Malawi from Robert Mugabe International Airport after a successful trip to Zimbabwe, where he attended the 44th Sadic Heads of State and Government Summit.